Hi everyone, I'm Benjamin, the founding editor of Money Playschool, and today we have Adelyn Lim here to answer some of my questions. Hi Adelyn, say hi and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Adelyn. I'm 30 years old this year. I'm also a mother of one. I've been in the financial industry for the past 7 years.
So Adelyn, maybe I'm sure you have heard of this before. Do people ask you, you became a financial advisor because you can't find anything else to do?
Okay, no, I don't agree with that statement. Yeah, so I think we rewind back time lah. Okay, I used to be from NTU. In fact, I was a scholar. I was on a scholarship in NTU from the College of Science. And I actually held another scholarship also under the NTU President Research Scholarship. Yeah, then that's where actually I got exposed to the research world in terms of science. I majored in biology actually. Yeah, I did like more than 160 hours of research work within one academic year, right? And if not for the financial advisory line, right now probably people have to call me Dr. Lim.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think people should get rid of that myth or misconception that they have, that people become financial advisors because they can't find any other career or jobs. I think that's really not true. You can see here. Yeah. So Adelyn, maybe you can share with me, what's the most hurtful statement or experience so far in your career?
Okay. I do recall there is this friend that I have. He's also my client, right? He's the only son to two very aged parents. So the parents are like late 60s or 70, right? He was just 20 plus years old. Yeah, so after speaking to him, he was worried about his parents' coverage. Yeah, which I also actually agree with him because if anything were to happen to the parents, right, he's the only person that's gonna bear all the cost, right? Yeah, so he referred me to the parents, right? Eventually, out of the two parents, mom and dad, right, dad couldn't be insured at all because of health reasons. So the mom was the one still can get covered, you know. Yeah, but then when my friend was having OT at work, right, he asked me to go up to his place to meet his mom, right, to get a final document signed. Then everything will be done already. Then when I went there, I still remember, wow, it was I think it should be like Outram area. Then you just imagine it's 10 p.m. at night. Yeah, my hair is very flat and oily. My face very shiny because it's also very oily. I think my feet also a bit smelly, you know, so the whole day outside walking. Yeah. Then when I went there, I was like, wow, actually very tired, back very heavy also. Then I was talking to auntie, trying to explain to auntie, right? Then auntie suddenly, right, just keep like very antagonistic to me. You know, whatever I say, she disagree. Yeah, and then she said, 哎呀，全部东西都是你讲的哇， like 你讲的就算。Like I watch TV, right? TV, the government say can cover 90% of my bill. Yeah. So I was trying to explain to her, right? She didn't even give me like chances to complete my sentence. Yeah, and just basically keep trying to say that I'm lying to her or her child. Yeah. So I was desperate already and I was so tired, right? So I called my friend and said that your mother don't want to sign this document and how. So when the phone was passed over to the mother, right, I heard my friend shouting over the phone at her mother lah, and say that, hey, you know how much effort we go through, right, to do this thing for you, you know. Yeah, and like when y'all go for checkup, Adelyn was the one who brought y'all there. She put in so much effort. This time you still come to our house to meet you. How can you do this to her? And so rude to her. Yeah. So eventually she signed it lah, and I think after that she was a bit apologetic to me also. Yeah. So when I left the house, right, she was just like a bit sorry, that kind. Still, it's a good ending because did get the mother insured after all.
What kept you going? I mean, being accused of being a liar and all that from the episode. What kept you going and still excited about the industry?
Over the years, I have done multiple claims, right? There are a couple of claims that really impacted me, and I think it further shaped what kind of advisor I am. Yeah. So if I may, I just share this story, right? I have a friend that I knew since I was 19 years old. Right? We studied together, and naturally, when we all graduated, right? And he knew that I joined financial advisory industry. So I asked him for opportunities, so he gave me lah. So eventually he became my client. Right, I got his hospital plan set up, his critical illness covered, right, early stages and all kinds of things. And then at the age, fast forward at the age of 32, right? He's a non-smoker, non-drinker, right? Every day just go to work lor, right? Then he suddenly called me, right? And asked me whether he can claim biopsy or not. Yeah, so I explained to him how it works, and I asked him what happened. So he said that he recently started to, like whatever he eats, right, he keep vomiting out. Yeah, and he lost a lot of weight within a very short period of time. Long story short, what happened is that the biopsy result came out, it's actually cancer. Yeah, it is stage 3 stomach cancer. Yeah. Then eventually the whole process was he had to do surgery, chemotherapy, surgery, remove 70% of his stomach. Yeah, and then more chemotherapy, then radiotherapy, and then immunotherapy.
I mean, other than him being your client and friend and going through this, why was this very impactful to you?
What was really impactful to me was after the claim. Yeah, after the claim, cause I was with him during the period where like he went to propose to his girlfriend also. I still remember he went to propose already, right? Then subsequently we discovered he got cancer, so not yet married. Yeah. So when all these things happened, he and now wife, right, actually wrote in. It was during COVID period, right? Yeah, it was during COVID period. So they wrote into ROM to appeal for their wedding to happen. Yeah. Back then, nobody could get married lah. Yeah, right. No wedding, no banquet, no nothing, right? ROM actually allowed them to do so. Yeah, and let them like get married because of his condition. Yeah, and then before he went for treatment. So I was really curious also. Like I asked him this question: you have cancer and then you still decide to get married?
Yeah, actually that was the question on my mind as well.
Yeah, like, and the lady still want to marry you, you know. I mean, coming from a woman's perspective, you know, I was also thinking like, the girl's parents and what are they thinking, you see? So he said that, yeah, actually, they just decided to go ahead, yeah, with the words that they promised each other to get married, yeah. Then I asked him this very crucial question. I asked him, if not for insurance, right, would you have still go ahead with that wedding? Yeah, so the context is that his hospital plan alone paid out in excess of 300,000 for his treatment. Yeah, the lump sum payout from critical illness cover, right, was more than $500,000. Yeah, from the policies that I recommended him to get. Yeah, so I asked him if without insurance, would you have still carried on with this marriage? Yeah, he actually told me he wouldn't dare to, knowing that if I know I'm going to say all this treatment, I'll incur all these things, right, and I don't have money to pay for it, right, you wouldn't have go and marry the love of your life and want to burden this other person. Yeah, so it's because of insurance, he managed to do whatever he wanted to do then, yeah, which is to get married.
Wow. So in total, you helped him to claim close to 800,000 for this. Yep. From people accuse you of being a liar, to helping your good friend to claim in this episode of his life. I think that's something really very commendable. But how does your friend feel like after going through all this and the role that you played as a friend, as a financial advisor? Yep.
It was very touching when he approached me and he said thank you right, for setting all these things up for him back then. Yeah, and my reply to him was, it always takes two hands to clap. Yeah, thank you for listening to me and allowing me in. That's why I could do all these things for you.
At the same time, your client was obviously quite young then, and when he was diagnosed, he was, like you mentioned, 32 years old. A lot of people out there may feel, oh, I'm so young, insurance won't apply, or I'll be okay. What do you have to say to that, or what advice would you have?
It's always good to have it and not use it than to have to use it and don't have it. Yeah, and all my 7 years of insurance career, right, to be honest, so far I faced 2 critical illness claims. Both were cancer. Both people are in their 30s. One male, one female, both in their 30s.
Wow, quite young.
Yeah, so on these, do not wait.
Yes, and I think just now you mentioned something that I picked up. It's better to have it and not use it. Right? I think that's really what insurance is all about. So it's better to have it and don't use it. So remember and get it early. Yes. So if you're so passionate about your career, if you're so passionate about what you do, like many financial advisors that I know, then why do financial advisors get such a bad reputation? And what can be done to improve it?
You know why or not? Because every time there will be agents hey hello, hey long time never hang out, I want to come and drink coffee or not? Then you go there, right? They start take out brochure, then they take out iPad, bam, I want to share with you this very good investment plan. People are not prepared. I think it's very rude lah. Other than that, there will be people who hard sell. There will still be agents who selling that time very good, but the post-sale service may be lacking, right? Claims don't do well, never respond fast enough, things like that. Other than that, I think generally speaking, the bad rep, right, also comes from a lot of agents also, you know, they want to 好恋 their flashy cars and then their bling bling watch lah. So then all these things will then make people don't like insurance agents lah.
She say what? No, I say. Yeah, coming from a financial advisor herself. Yeah.
Yeah lah, it's the truth
Okay. So what can be done to change it or change this perception?
I would say agents have to, it's okay, right? It's okay to be prosperous. It really is. If anything, be happy that your agent is doing well. Yeah, if your agent is earning money, is doing well, good. That means your agent likelihood won't leave the business. Yeah, so he or she will stay here long enough to serve you.
Yes, and I also agree. Don't penalize your advisors or don't say bad things about advisors who are successful. Everybody wants to be successful. As long as they are doing it professionally and in the right way, you should be really happy for all of them.
If they are really, really very, very successful, right, and doing well, then don't need to be jealous. Just consider going and join them. Right?
Okay. Yeah, so a career is also an option.
Yeah, you can join them as a career too. Why not?
Just like when you go to hospitals, you see some doctors driving flashy cars. You don't scold the doctors,
nobody
right?
criticize doctors for being rich, what? Yeah.
As long as they are doing good job, helping clients, helping people around them, I think we should all be happy for all these successful people. So Adelyn, maybe can you share with us, I mean with so many financial advisors out there, how do you choose a financial advisor to serve you?
So everyone is different, but if there is a common denominator, I would say that you use your heart, right, to gauge whether this person, right, actually have a heart for you. That's it. If the person, you really feel that this person is actually really care for you and have a heart for people, that is an absolute need for any good agents, I feel. The heart of the people.
Wow. Yes. So remember that. Find one that is suitable for you. Everybody's needs is different, and whether there's that connection as well, right? You can feel that the person has the heart for you. Yes, so keep that in mind. That's all the time that we have today. Connect with Adelyn on her socials. Yes, I'll reach out to her if you have more questions, and we'll see you in the next session.
See you guys.